point of this book, If Mayors Ruled the World, and the object of my lecture today was to change the subject. For 400 years or more, we've been talking about states, about prime ministers and presidents, about sovereignty, and about independence. In the 21st century, where all the challenges we face are cross-border problems of interdependence, we have to change the subject from states to cities, from prime ministers to mayors, from national democracy to local democracy.
For me, the most important analysis of Mr. Barber is, on the one hand, that national states, which have been incredibly important to deal with the problems in the past 400 years and even defended democracy, are not the right institutions anymore to deal with the upcoming global problems in the world, due to their inclination to be sovereign and to think in national terms.
Because it turns out that cities, much more than states, are in a position to solve the real problems of a global world, both on their own one by one, where they function much better than states do, but also through intercity associations, which are increasingly working in a way the United Nations never has, to solve the global problems that we face, whether it's climate change, immigration, transportation, terrorism, predatory global markets. It's cities increasingly that are taking the lead role in addressing those. A lot of it has to do with the character of the people who govern cities democratically, mayors. Mayors are pragmatic problem solvers who really deal with real questions. A mayor has to work with the unions, he has to work with business. He can't make choices, he's got to deal consensually with coalitions in the city, and that means that as problem solvers, mayors can't afford to be ideologues, and that's a strength, not a weakness.
I think he is right when he says that mayors are inclined to deal with daily problems. They are less occupied with ideological issues. So often mayors like to change things in the benefit of their citizens, and that makes them, say, rather able to deal with local problems.
Because at the city level, we can identify with the city. Cities are where we're born, where we grow up, where we pray and play, where we work, where we get old, where we die. They define us. They're where we're from. And we can engage and participate in cities. The money goes to the citizens and they have the right to spend it. They can argue about it. They can decide how to spend money. So citizens are being increasingly involved in actually making decisions in cities in ways that both empower them and give them a sense of what it means to be a responsible decision maker.
We have this discussion about how to make the Dutch society more participative, to see how we can involve citizens more in the future of our country. And if cities can contribute to solving such problems, and that's Barber's idea, please invite them, bring them to the table to listen to their solutions, how they can contribute to solving the international problem.
There are many variations in cities. Cities in the developing world and the developed world have many of the same common problems. The difference is that urbanization in Africa and Latin America and China and India are happening at a very rapid pace. And that accelerates and intensifies their problems. But ultimately, they're the same problems. Equality and justice, climate change, transportation, dealing with the hinterland, dealing with illegal immigrants, dealing with disease. So the fundamental problems of new and old cities are not that different. The cities of the new developing world have a lot to learn from the cities of the old world, and the cities of the old world can also learn a lot about diversity and growth from the cities of the new world. And that means when you represent cities in a global parliament of mayors, you are also getting the active engagement of citizens.
The question is whether that gives them also the right ability to deal with the international problems. I have said that the mayors I have contact with often say that they have hardly time to spend internationally. Nevertheless, a lot of mayors have organized themselves in a world organization of local government.
Dutch national government sees national participation as an aspiration. Participation in cities is already a reality.